What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Panthers advice. Big win today in Germany, edging it out by 3. Bryce Young offense looked good. Thought we got a little too cute in the second half, to be honest with you. Let me change a couple things up real quick. Give me a sec. Everyone in the chat, what's going on? Trying to fix a couple things real quick. Chandler, Panthers won, so excited. Plus tomorrow my birthday, best birthday. Oh, happy early birthday, Chandler, man. What a game. I didn't know if they were gonna pull it out, but they did. We officially have more wins than we did last season. I honestly claim this victory as our Super Bowl for the season. No, the Giants are a bad team, if we're being honest, Esco. I mean, I'm happy we won, but that team, even though we barely won, that team just looks completely in shambles, to be honest. Dark, what's going on? Big win. You know, I'm glad we won, but the defense still scares me, to be honest. I mean, the amount of times, whether it was Kurt or the other guy, I'm trying to blank on his name, the amount of times that Daniel Jones could just sit in the pocket all day. I mean, it was crazy. The Daniel Jones just constantly just had all day to sit in the pocket. I'm happy we won, but man, we got to do better. Are you mad, bro? I'm sick of your content. Kind of, you're never pop. I don't know we're going there. They counted Bryce out. He's definitely showing improvement. Yeah, Bryce did his thing, and I think Dave tried to get cute after the first couple drives, and it kind of slowed Bryce down, especially that one on 3rd and 10 towards the end of the game. Was it like the swing pass to Chuba Hubbard? I didn't love that, right? Ball was above Chuba Hubbard's head. I was like, ooh, let's slow that down a little bit. We don't need to get cute right there. Somebody in Giants. They got some holes to fix too. They got some holes to fix too. I actually want to pull up the stats for that game as well. So we can pull it up real quick. Defense actually got 2 turnovers, but they gave Jones 2 more. Yeah, like I said, I like the win. I do, but the defense, I mean, come on, man. You got, and they had what they wanted to. All right, this is what they wanted all season. DJ wanted them on one side, Clowney on the other side. It's not looking good. It's really not looking good defensively. Offensively, I love where we're at. Leggett, Coker, Sanders, Chuba in the backfield. You get Brooks back in a couple weeks too. I love where we're at offensively. Defensively, man, it's rough. Yeah, I mean, that running back, Tyrone Tracy, 18 carries, 100 yards. I'm happy we won, but man, what's going on, Baron? Tommy said, "What's up, brother? Another win. Defense is improving, and the momentum is building." I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Evan said Bryce Young is improving, but yes, you're right. The defense is so bad. Yeah, Bryce Young looked good, but again, I can't. You know, if we're looking at this from a realistic standpoint, I don't know, man. The defense just bothers me. That front seven. Baron said, "I didn't get to watch the game. Church workout. Stats show a good run game." And Bryce, yeah, Chuba went off the first few drives, and then they started to stack the box, slowed him down a little bit into the second half, and then Chuba did his thing. 28 carries, a $153, a touchdown. Chuba's exactly what you want. You just got to get somebody. Hopefully that'll be Brooks, but you got to get somebody behind Chuba who can match what he's doing. I think Brooks will be that guy because Miles, I don't think he ever. Yeah, Miles never came back. And here's what shocked me too, and they brought it up in the broadcast, was that Raheem has not had a carry this year. And so when Miles went out in the first half, I was like, okay, Raheem, we're gonna be able to see Raheem in the backfield. And I believe that was, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was the first half where Miles went out. Raheem, I'm looking at the stats, he didn't get a carry. He didn't get a catch. He got nothing. Now, he did fumble the punt return, but still, Raheem getting nothing? What? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm a little confused, to be honest. I get it. Chuba's the workhorse. They gave him the ball 28 times. I'm like, damn, Raheem can't get one of those. Um, Progress then, you the man, but don't do what mainstream media does. The Giants are an NFL team. Oh, 100%. I just meant like as far as Daniel Jones just missing reads, left and right. Um, I don't know. They just looked like they had potential on that team, and they just didn't take advantage of opportunities because he had all day to throw the ball. But yeah, for the most part, you're right. It's just frustrating. Came off kind of hot. No, no worries. You're good. No worries. Miles got hurt. If it wasn't for that fumble, he probably would have got. Dark still. I mean, Chuba got the ball 28 times. 28's a lot. I don't know that he's got that. I'd have to pull up the game log, but 28's a lot when you have Raheem healthy in the backfield. On top of that, I want to see like what we have with Raheem too. Dark, right? Like, we've got Chuba, you've got Brooks. Most likely Miles is gone, right? Most likely he's gone. I want to see who that third string running back is going to be. And if it's going to be Raheem, is he just not going to play? You see what I'm saying? I'm a little bit confused on what we're doing here. Now I should be happy with the win, right? But again, I don't know. Just I'm happy we won, but the game it didn't look pretty. Offensively, yes, but defensively, I mean, we got lucky to be honest with you. We we got lucky. What's going on, Ant? What's going on? Evan said you're right. Blackshear should get the ball. I wanted to see him. He was decent last year. I thought the same thing. Chuba Hubbard, the most carries he's had this season was against the Raiders at 21. That was the only time he went over 20. One time this season in what, 9 weeks, 10 weeks, give or take. One time he's gone over 20 carries until today. He went for 28 carries, and he had 4 receptions, which is tied for the second most he's had all season too. So like I said, I'm just a little bit confused on why Raheem got no burn at all. Play calling was bad, XL drops, and some Bryce Young mistakes. Yeah, I think Dave is still kind of getting used to everything, to be honest with you. Dave's getting used to things. Dave's getting used to things, and remember the timing too, right? So, like they said, you traded what, Deontay Johnson, you trade Mingo, and I think I'm drawing a blank on somebody. Oh, Adam Thielen gets hurt. So those are 3 guys who are supposed to start, right? Mingo, Thielen, and Deontay Johnson. All 3 of those guys are out. So now the timing is completely different across the board. The play calling, I think it'll get better with time. XL, he's shown you week to week he's improving. And then Bryce Young, he's getting back into the rhythm. I'm not too worried about offense, right? It's just the defense. The defense scares me. The people, yeah, the film breakdown's going to come out because there was one touchdown where I think Tyrone scored for the Giants. Yeah, Tyrone Tracy scored the one touchdown he had where Clowney goes like this and like a King Kong kind of smash thing. And I rewinded. I'm like, why is Clowney so upset on that play? I watched Clowney's effort. There's no effort. There was just no effort. I mean, you saw him with like a little arm swing and then like kind of chase him down, doesn't get him. I'm like, why are you so upset? Clowney had the chance to get the running back Tyrone on that one rushing touchdown they had, and he didn't. So, got to look into drafting a defensive end with the first pick. Yeah, that's going to be a video this week or next week going over all the edge rushers coming out of college this year. Who's going to be entering the draft? I want to get an actual play caller. Evan, probably not going to happen. Considering Dave, I don't see him giving up that the play calling ability. To be honest, we win when Chuba gets 20 plus carries. Oh, right, 100%. I just want to see somebody else back there with him, right? You don't want to wear Chuba out. Now, I think Brooks will be that guy eventually, but again, I go back to You know, this season we kept Raheem, we kept Chuba, we kept Miles, you drafted Brooks. Why do we keep all those guys if they're not especially Raheem if he's not getting burned, right? So that part confused me a little bit. Um, I know we ain't talking about him yet, but offensively, Bryce Loki diced them up. Bryce did his thing. He made a couple of mistakes. Coker had a drop, but that was a short pass. XL had a drop. XL had a drop, and Bryce missed a couple. It's just about timing. Like I said, offensively, I'm happy with the win. It's just the defense, man. And the frustrating part about the defense is how much money we spent on the front seven. Right? We've got talent out there in the front seven, whether it's Josie Jewell, DJ Wanham, Jadavion Clowney, and they're not producing. But then you look at the offensive side of the ball, you have rookies. You have Bryce Young in his sophomore year, right? You got XL, you got Coker, and you have Sanders. So four of those guys, right, are in the second year or less. Three of them are rookies. The offense is producing with rookies. The defense is not producing at all, right? And then you bring in Dane Jackson, not doing much. I mean, it's just, whew, it's a lot. 2017 win, like I predicted. Did you, Matthew? You did good stuff, my man. Good stuff. Hell of a win. Some crazy plays there at the end. The interceptions, the fumbles. I mean, that last 2 minutes of the fourth and then overtime too. That was crazy. Yeah, Clowney with the helmet block. Yeah, I mean Clowney shows you signs when the quarterback rolls out to a side, right? Then he does a good job. But other than that, I don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah, Evan, that's definitely coming this week. Talking about the edge rushers. I think next week will be the safeties, and then probably a kind of week to week thing going over, film breakdown on certain players we're definitely looking at. Rick said Carter is the move. Yeah, Rick, you're definitely not the first person to mention him. Yeah. So Carter might be first on the film breakdown this week, to be honest with you. I said, I wonder if the defense is starting to get better or just bad teams. I don't know that the defense play. I mean, Tyrone Tracy. Let me see if I can pull up his game log real quick. So, I mean, I guess he hasn't been all bad this year. It just, I don't know, man. When they were showing certain all 22 film from the broadcast and seeing guys open and Daniel Jones just missed them, I'm like, we got the win, but so many holes still on the defensive side year after year, to be honest. I think I saw Chase Young as a free agent next year. Thoughts on maybe adding him to the team? I mean, it's hard to say. One, I think his contract's going to be huge, to be honest. So yeah, his 1 year this year for the Saints. So you're right, he's going to be a free agent. 1 year this year for the Saints was $13 million. 13 million. So 3 years, you're probably going to look around 40 to 50 million, give or take. Do they do that? Probably not. Not after what they did this past year. Not after what they did this. I like him, but I don't. I don't think they will. Ashawn, yeah, man. When Ashawn gets angry, that's a scary sight. To be honest with you, he's a different animal. Ashawn did his thing. What were we doing in the last 2 minutes of the fourth? Defense has got to get some stops. Okay, this is actually a good question, Evan. I was getting frustrated too because on the third down, right, the third down before they kicked the field goal to go into overtime, Ibero actually sent some pressure. But before that, it looks like he was basically playing the sideline game where he told the DBs, keep everything in front of you and inside. Don't let them get out of bounds. Right, and don't let them get behind you. I didn't love it, Evan. I mean, they just drove down at will, 5-yard hit, curl route. I don't know. And that's kind of why I want a new defense coming into next year. I feel like if Bureau likes to play everything safe, and I don't love it, to be honest with you. Burns thought it was going to be his revenge. Robinson, yeah, Robinson. Whew. Robinson definitely did his thing, 100%. Burns, he started off strong, and Burns got what, that 1 sack against Bryce Young. And I went over this in the film review last week where we did a crosser, right? So you have the Bryce Young rolls out, you do a crosser across the middle, nobody was open, right? And that's the only reason Burns got that sack. Bryce Young probably needs to throw it away there, but he didn't miss anybody, just nobody was open. Jordan Fuller is that's what I'm saying about this defense, man. Yes, I'm happy we won, but defensively, we're not disciplined at all, and I don't understand how that's like. We signed Fuller, you signed Dane Jackson, and Clowney, Jewell, Wanham, and now it's Wanham's first game back, so I won't be too hard on him. You sign all these guys, and yet it still looks so bad. But you look at the offensive side, and it looks so much better. You're like, how? That's why I'm like, this win, like, I'm happy we won, but defensively, we look like a mess out there. I didn't even notice this, Sean. I didn't either, Evan. So I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Jordan Fuller is scary and not a good. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, guys. I mean, your guess is as good as mine when it comes to this. Defensively, the secondary. Um, I don't know what we're doing there. Brian Burns with the classic 1 sack in the first quarter, and then takes the rest of the day off. I mean, to a point, yeah, Red. I mean, to a point. They said in the broadcast that the Giants struggle against the run, and it showed. Chuba made them pay. He made them pay bad. I want to be able to get a job somewhere else and bring a DC who goes back to a 4-3 and is more aggressive. This 3-4 defense is so bad against the run usually. For the most part, I'm with you, boss. I do like the 4-3, but I do think Wallace is going to be better in a 3-4 defense, to be honest with you. But if you bring in the right guy, you build pieces around him, I'm on board. Let's go. Burns had a lot of tackles. I like the Panthers, but I mean, Burns had a lot of chase down tackles on Hubbard. So I mean, he didn't do bad, but it definitely wasn't his revenge game, right? Burns ended up with what? He had 9 tackles, 4 were solo, 1 sack, 2 tackles for a loss. So not bad, to be honest with you. Overall, I mean, I'm happy we won. I am happy we won, believe it or not. But I just defensively, man, I don't know. Mike Vrabel, is Mike still coaching? I know he got fired from the Titans. I never know if he got another job or not. Let me see. Oh, he's just doing consulting right now. Mike Vrabel will be dope. Quan, what's going on, my guy? Go check out Quan if you guys haven't already. Gonna give it to you real, whether you like it or not. He's gonna give it to you real. Check out Quan. I think he's gonna start going live I think Wednesday or Thursday. So check him out. Just imagine Robinson with DB. Amen to that. Let's go. Today was Burns Strength's absolute hardest mid performance. I mean, this is what I want to know. What, for those of you who watched the game, what was the beef going on with ISM? My boy Amir Smith Marset. Did I miss something? Did something happen? And it was just a week where I wasn't paying attention, bro. What happened there on the punt return? Somebody let me know in the comments, because when I saw that, I'm like, everybody has beef with him. Like, he was trying to just buck up with everybody, man. Let me know in the comments, because the whole ISM thing confused me. Bryce looks better with confidence. Maybe the benching was the best thing to happen to him. Yeah, because you saw him. He dropped some words there, and they're like, I hope the Germans don't know English, right? You saw him play with more passion, more aggression, and not do this. Oops. Right? You never saw him drop his head. You saw him show some type of passion, good or bad. You saw him at least care, not just give up, essentially. So yeah, right there with you. 100% on this. Let's go dark. No clue. I think something was said. I mean, they all went up to him. And Felipe Franks, Felipe. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but That dude gets so many penalties. I mean, I get it. He's your rough rider. He's down there making plays, but that dude gets so many penalties, man. And he's what? He's another tight end taking up another roster spot. I'm like, is Franks that good on special teams? Like, is he just a special teams guy? Because Franks is always getting a call. ISM got mad because I don't know, man. You had Horn going up to him. You had Franks. You had everybody getting up to him. Yeah, he did. He won that smoke with every single Panther. Even Horn got a little quick jab at there at the end. Yeah, okay. So I guess I'm not the only one not seeing what happened there with the ISM because that threw me for a loop because everyone seemed to be cool. Ashawn with his team Burns, but ISM, I was like, oh, it's Amir Smith Marstead. Next thing I know, they're beeping this. I'm like, what happened here? Boss said benching was for sure great for Young. He never had faced adversity. Yeah, I mean, he never had to, deal with deal with a bad team. Do you think Bryce is our guy, Evan? We don't. Mm, this is tough. I still haven't. I mean, do I like Bryce? Yes. I still want to see what happens when Brooks comes back, and I want to see the timing with the receivers after another year. Do I think he can be a game manager? Yes, but Bryce has to work on a couple things. One is stepping up into the pocket, making throws, right? Some of those were ducks today. And two, another time happened where it's got right, you got the clock running. You can't afford you don't want to use a timeout. And once again, he slid inbounds, right? I think it was like 2 minutes left in the first half, give or take. It was like 40 seconds on the clock, and he slid inbounds. So a couple things Bryce has to work on is that the kind of the mental game when the clock's winding down, something I'd like to see him improve on. Sam, I got you there, Rick. I got you there. We had so many penalties too. Yeah, I mean that's nothing new though, is it for us? I feel like we always have penalties, to be honest. I feel like we always have penalties. And was I don't think Icky started today. Was did he? I think it was Brady over there at left tackle. Franks wants to smoke with everybody, but you saw like right before overtime holding call on Franks. I think he had another one too. I'm like, damn man. All the calls. Penalties were frustrating. Yeah, it just not disciplined at all. And then the one where we jumped on fourth down on the punt was it DJ Johnson? I'm like, we're jumping on a punt? On a punt? Come on, man. Excuse me, sorry guys. But on a punt, I'm like, all right, well, we'll see. We'll see after next season to see if Bryce is our guy. Yeah, Matthew, it's going to be interesting to see. Do they bring in some competition? We'll see what happens there. I'm not mad. Hopefully, Dave actually plays Bryce this preseason so we can see what we're working with, to be honest. Icky was rolled out. Okay. Yeah, and you saw the run game. The run game was a beast. And then the Giants started to figure it out. And this is where I think Panthers needs a speedster. And so we're going to talk about edge guys coming on. Let me write this down real quick so I don't forget. We're going to talk about edge guys coming on to the Panthers potentially, but also speedsters. We got to get somebody for the slot. Now, we're not going to draft anybody early, right, for the slot, but we got to get somebody to stretch the field. All right, so let's do Abdul Carter. We're going to add and slot guys. All right, that's going to be added for the week. Let's go. Penalties are our fault. Yep, Evan agree. I think he said today. Let's go. In regards to rebuild, do you think Bryce Young learned from? To me, he looked like a whole different quarterback. And the thing with Bryce, and it's the thing with a lot of ego kind of guys, is you saw at the beginning he was high, and the problem with that is if you ride too high, you're gonna fall fast. But it seems like now he's keeping he's not riding high anymore. He's just keeping his emotions kind of positive, right? Good or bad. All right, come out, do better next time. He's not sitting up here too high when he does one good play. Good or bad, he's just staying afloat, to be honest. It looks like almost some mental changes. So yeah, I think he did learn. The Pee Wee leagues don't jump on punts. Yeah, John. I mean, that was crazy. 4th and 8, and we're jumping. I don't even. It doesn't even make sense. Do you think Dave will commit to Bryce for next game? No, and the reason I say that is because we're going on a bye week, so we will do a live stream next Sunday. Stay tuned for that. Maybe we'll do one after all the games are over before. So remember, this week we're on a bye week after this, so this is good. Heading into a bye week, we get a win. So we'll see what kind of content I come out with. We got 2 weeks of content before the next game. So if there's anything you guys want to see, college players, let me know. But yeah, I don't think he's going to commit only because we're headed to a bye week. And then we take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Kareem Hunt. Woo! It's going to be interesting. Grab a speeder in the offseason. Actually, that actually brings up an interesting point. I got to pull up the roster, though, because I don't want to get his name wrong. But they used somebody. I'm like, what number is that? Who was it? Where is he at? Where was he at? It's one of the guys that Dave brought over Tampa Bay. If you guys know in the comments, let me know. It's one of the guys Dave brought from Tampa Bay. I think it was like 13 or something. Let's see if I can find it. Devin Tompkins. Now, I don't know for those of you who watched the game, if you guys saw it or not, but Tompkins was in there a little bit. I don't think he actually got a catch, but they did put Tompkins in there a little bit. I think kind of throw the defense off. Yeah, Tompkins ran a 4.3540. So, we have a speedster in Tompkins. For those of you who didn't see, I'll put it in some of the film this week. They put Devin Tompkins in there. He came from Tampa Bay with Dave. 4.3540. He's got speed, but he's still kind of new to the team. So we'll see. Will they use him against the Chiefs? Maybe. The benching did Bryce well. Cam spoke on it during his podcast. Cam on that podcast is something else, bro. But benching got the heat off of him, so he wasn't trying to shoulder it at all. Dark, that's a good point. On top of that, I went over this a few weeks ago, right? At the time, the Panthers looked terrible. So Bryce could play really with house money. Okay, if he does good, he gets a contract. If he does bad, there's a lot of other teams that want him. He has nothing to lose. You're either stuck here in Carolina or you go to another team. What's there to lose right here? So essentially, he's playing with house money. Zay said he already said he's not committed yet. Dave's going to keep you on the loop, man. He's not going to let you know what his next move is. Progressing. I appreciate that, my man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Matthew, number 13. Yeah, Tompkins. So we'll see what happens with Tompkins. Maybe he's that guy. You know, Dave likes David Moore. David Moore is essentially our new Adam Thielen. You know, I think Adam Thielen ran so David Moore could walk. But no, David Moore's he's a sure-handed guy every single time. Let's go. The Giants secondary actually posted really well. I got to hand it to Bryce. He doesn't look it on paper, but he really did make the most of it. Yeah, the throw that impressed me the most was the third down. Now, obviously, they still had a punt, but it was a third down where he hit XL. I mean, he dropped that right there. Now, the next drive, you know, they would have to punt, but that third down where he puts it on XL, I think it was a sail route, if I'm not mistaken. That was such a beautiful throw. The one I wish Bryce could get back was that one to Coker. Just hang it a little bit more, let Coker go get it. Oops. Right? So I think that's the one, though, from Bryce. That one or the one to Chuba on the swing route on third down, even though I don't love that throw because Bryce, he struggles throwing it to his left side. So those two throws I wish Bryce could kind of redo. But for the most part, I thought he played pretty good. Good thing they just signed Chuba because that price would have went up. Yes, the front office is making moves. On top of that, you saw Miles go out. Miles didn't return. Then you saw Chuba. You saw his leg kind of just kind of like stay flat while the rest of the leg went boom, right? And that's why you need 2 running backs. You know, I talked about it, I guess last week or my last video. People were questioning, why are you giving 2 running backs? That's why right there. That's why right there. Roscoe keep pounding. Another coach fired. I mean, if it's true that he wanted Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley, I feel like you got to go. Uh, I feel like you got to go. Now, maybe that wasn't up to what it's Brian DeBall, I think, right? DeBall. I feel like you got to go. I just feel like you got to go. If that was your decision, you got to go. I don't know about the DeBall, but I say we put the nail in Daniel. Man, he's got weapons over there too with Malik Neighbors. You got Wandell Robinson. To me, he's like a mix of Adam Thielen and David Moore. You got two guys right there, and you can't produce with those two. Yeah, coach has to go, quarterback has to go. The Giants have to completely. To me, you got to rebuild this. They got a nice. I think Tyrone, their running back, he's a rookie too, so they've got a nice little offense going there. But yeah, the Giants got to clean house. They got to redo it. You have pieces. Don't screw it up like the Panthers have done time and time again the last 6 years. Don't trade everything off. Start with the front office and just, you know, clear them. Clear them out. Love the running game, and Brooks should be back after the bye. Yep, against Kansas City. I can't wait for that. And it's only going to get tougher. That schedule's rough. Let me see. The schedule after the bye week, we're going to be tested. We are if we win, let me see the schedule again. So we got the Chiefs, then the Bucks, Eagles, Cowboys, Cardinals, Bucks, Falcons. If we win two of those games after the bye week, I'd be happy. I mean, those aren't easy at all. Let me see. You know, the Chiefs alone, then the Bucks, then at Philly, then Dallas, Arizona, Tampa Bay. I mean, yeah, we're gonna be tested. We're gonna be tested. The Giants are done with Dayball. I mean, you gotta be at this point. Between him and Daniel Jones, woo, you know, Daniel Jones was picked by Gettleman and he already gone. That's why I think they might just. I mean, what they're worse than the Panthers now, right? I think they're we had the same record. So yeah, they're 2-8. Panthers are 3-7. They're probably gonna draft a quarterback. J Rock said that Brooks played. Now he was ruled ineligible. He's probably going to come back next week, and by next week I mean after the bye this week. So in 2 weeks, we're probably going to see Jonathan Brooks for the first time. I can't wait. November 24th. Mark your calendars. At home too, so it's going to be at home. We need Niners and Saints to win. Yeah. So I don't know anything you guys want to add real quick. Just looked at the standings. There are only 8 teams, so it's only 2 wins. Yeah, and so if we win a couple more games, we're not going to be picking in the top 5. So I think Patriots probably picking the top 5. Who else? Let's see. Giants at this rate, they'll probably pick top 5. Raiders, it's looking that way too. Jaguars, Browns. Yeah, I don't know that Panthers picking the top 5, but we'll see. Like I said, that schedule gets pretty tough after the bye week. So I'm gonna go watch some football. Bryce Young video coming tonight or tomorrow. You know, I'm glad we won. Back-to-back wins for Bryce Young. Whew, it's been a long journey with him, but I'm glad he got the W. Stay tuned for the videos. And like I said, we got 2 weeks until the next game, so we're gonna get out some content of potential rookies for next year who the Panthers might draft. If there's anybody, let me know now or in the video tomorrow or tonight. That being said, enjoy your Sunday, guys. Once again, appreciate everybody who came onto the stream. Appreciate progressing right here. Much appreciated. I'll catch you guys later. Take it easy.